So today we're going to be talking about being diagnosed. We're going to talk about different treatment decisions that you've had to make, the effects of hormone therapy and, different emotional challenges, and your recovery journey as well, Dad. So first of all, I just want to ask you, how are you doing today?
I'm doing as well as I can. Each day is a challenge. Each day you have to get through with the after effects of the medication that you're on. But as well as I can be a bit fatigued, a bit tired each day, but that's how it goes.
Yeah. And before we get into things, what you've mentioned there, the fatigue, feeling tired, are some of those effects part of having prostate cancer?
Yeah, the side effects of the treatments that you get.
Yeah.
The hormone therapy.
Yeah.
The hormone therapy that you get.
Yeah.
The chemo tablets that you have to take. So it's all part and parcel of the journey that you're on.
Yeah. Definitely.
So
yeah,
that's how it goes.
And these are things that people don't talk about sometimes, Dad, especially in our community, as black people, as black men, in particular. So this is why I thought it was really important to have this conversation with you today, because, it's a significant journey that you've been on. So first of all, tell me about the diagnosis, Dad, because one thing I really respect about you is that you told me, you told my brothers early on, you told your partner really early on. So first of all, tell me about being diagnosed and what that was like.
Well, the diagnosis was a journey within itself. It's one of the most scariest times of my life. To be told that you've got prostate cancer.
So we're in 2026 now. When was you actually diagnosed?
2017.
Yeah.
2017.
Yeah.
Was the actual time.
Yeah.
And it was by accident.
Okay. Tell me about that journey.
Diagnosed because I also have diabetes. So I went for a diabetic blood test. And whilst there, I asked one of the nurses if they could include my PSA in it as well, because 6 months prior to that, I had a thing they call a TURP, which is a operation where they shave a bit of your prostate because you've got enlarged prostate and it was affecting my bladder. So it made you go toilet regularly because your bladder never empties. So for about 10 years they've been giving me tablets and this and this and that. So eventually in 2017 they decided that they were gonna do the procedure. So I went through with that and I thought everything was okay. So after I had that operation, I saw the outpatients clinic, the surgeon there, probably about 3 months after. Then after that, nobody contacted me, nobody checked on me. So when I went to have my blood tests, I said to the young lady, could you please include that? She did, and thank God she did, because within a day of me doing the blood test, my GP called me and said he wants to see me ASAP. When I went to see him, he says, your PSA is very high. At the time, I think it was something like 12.5%. He referred me to Royal Free Hospital, and I went there. I saw the consultant. Immediately, he sent me for an MRI scan. And he said, after you've had this scan, come straight back up and see me. Did that, went back to see him this about an hour or so later, and he showed me on the monitor where the cancer was in my prostate. He showed me the 3 white dots or whatever there. So anyway, he said, I'm going to send you in the next few days for a biopsy. So he sent me to. I had the biopsy. A week later, I went back to see the consultant there, and he confirmed what I was told, that I've got prostate cancer. That was in, I think it might have been September 2018. So from there, it's been a journey.
What was that like, Dad? Because it sounds like you had to advocate for yourself.
Well,
you know, for things to be chased up. So what was that like, you know, to do that initially?
Well, it was when you're told that you've got this thing. Yeah, when you're told that you've got this thing, it's like time stood still. I'm there, but I'm not there. Everything he was saying, it was like miles away from me.
And was you by yourself, or was you with your partner?
My partner was with me. So I was struck dumb. I couldn't speak.
Yeah.
It was surreal.
So almost like in a free state in some ways, like in shock. And then it sounds like there's a visual part of it as well, because you're also seeing it as well.
It's like I was transcended somewhere else. My physical body was there, but my mind was elsewhere. And he explained to my partner what was going to happen and so on. So after that now, probably about a week or two later, I went to see my first oncologist. And he was then saying, you know, thank God they caught it, because it was stage 3 and not stage 4. So he arranged for me to have a CT scan, a bone scan, and what was the other one? Something else I can't remember. But I had those things, and thankfully the bone scan came back and said the cancer hadn't spread outside of the prostate. It was still within. So they're going to formalize some treatment, you know, so they put it to me what I was going to have.
So they gave you a clear plan?
Because I've got a thing called sleep apnea, and for me to have an operation is quite dangerous, right? Very, very dangerous, you know? So they didn't really want to operate on me in the operating theatre, you understand? So they were suggesting alternative things for me to have. So that's what we did at that particular time.
So that was a journey for you in 2018. And then what was it like, you know, kind of having those weeks go on? You know, you've got the news, you're going for scans, they're giving you almost like a treatment plan. What was that like for you on a personal level? Because I know even before getting diagnosed, you had friends that had prostate cancer. We obviously know the statistics when it comes to black men in our community. You know about stigmas, about even getting tested in the first place. So what was it like when it was you, Dad, that had that diagnosis? Like mentally, what was it like? Because I know you, yes, you have emotions, but from a young age, you know, you are mentally strong, you know, very tough. So what was it like from a mental side as you battled it and came to this realization?
It was, first and foremost, it seemed like a bad dream. And one day I'm going to wake up and it's not real, it's not true.
Almost like surreal.
It's not happening. But at the same time, the hard bit was to accept the situation and accept, well, this is what it is, this is what I've got. So now I have to deal with it and manage it. So mentally you had to change and focus on what you were going through and what you have to do. So that's what I did.
That was it,
Just mentally.
So that mental strength, that mental toughness, like
so
really
I had
helped.
to really focus my mind on it. And grit my teeth and say, well, this is what it is, and I'm going to deal with it.
Definitely, Dad, and this is why I think it's really good to get your insight, you know. Tell me about treatment decisions then.
Right.
Because as you said, you have sleep apnea, so obviously things had to be really thought out and planned out, and you have like other, you know, sort of long-term health conditions as well. So tell me about making those treatment decisions.
There is only going to be the one treatment at that particular time, because the other one would have been a prostatectomy.
Oh, okay.
Right.
Tell what is
prostatectomy is where they remove the prostate gland.
Wow.
And that's a major surgery, but they've modernized it where they can do it keyhole, right? And it's not as invasive as it would have been 10, 20 years ago. But they have to put you in a certain position. They have to anesthetize you. So that was out of the question. So the other thing was where you have radiotherapy. And that alone was scary because it's not knowing what was involved with it, what was entailed with it. Yeah? So anyway, I decided that's what I'm gonna go for, right? That would have been the more safest and hopefully the thing that's gonna cure it the quickest. So he sent me there for what they call planning. Planning is where they put you on a bed and then they mark the spots on your body with like a marker. But if you look at it, you can't see the mark. But if the machine scans it, it can seize it.
Okay.
So they mark it precisely where they're gonna scan you. So
what I'm thinking about all of this, there's an element of like vulnerability, you know,
Yeah, you
'cause
are.
especially
Yeah,
around your private parts and you know, your body in general, right?
Yeah.
You
I'm
know?
a person, I'm a shy person.
Yeah,
and,
you know.
and exposing yourself to strangers, but I had to go through that anyway with all the examinations. Those were invasive and embarrassing and all them kind of stuff. So I kind of used to that. But I look at it, this is my life. So I have to do this to save my life. So there we go. So I went, I had the planning and after
and
that,
you had the treatment. Wasn't it like a week of treatment? Because I remember you had to go
It was.
Was it every day? There was a time when you had to go every day.
Yeah, it was between 4 to 8 weeks. Every day except Saturday and Sunday.
And that's the thing, Dad. Obviously, we're in 2026. That happened, you know, around 2018. For me, it seems like a blur. So from what you're actually saying, it was a lot longer than that, and you had to have like regular contact, the treatment.
Every day.
Tell me about actually receiving the treatment. What were the effects of that, even physically? Because I remember there were some changes, you know, to having that treatment.
Well, the treatment itself, you would go in and you go to the same unit every single day unless it's not working. And you'd see the same people who was having treatment the same time as you with all different cancers. So you become a community, like a little family. Everybody
that feels important.
Yeah, it is. Everybody talk to each other and support and encourage each other, you know. And I've forgotten the question.
So yeah, I was just sort of asking you what it was like receiving the treatment, but we can keep it moving, Dad, because I can only begin to imagine that kind of going back. You've lived through a lot of this, so going back, you know, would be a lot. So
the treatment was terrifying when you didn't start it and you didn't know it, because in your mind you start thinking all sorts of different things. But once you go to your unit and you see virtually the same staff, and then what they do, you put a gown on and you go and you lie on the table, the bed, and then they position you. And when they position you, you don't move, they move you to where they want you. So you're trying to help, they say, no, just relax, we will do it. So they position you and they've got the machine, and the machine goes around you and back, and it lasts about 15 minutes.
Wow.
You don't even realize that you're going through treatment.
You're just
Right.
Yeah.
I used to fall asleep for 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Right. But what it did, it gives you erectile dysfunction.
Wow.
It affects you as a man. Trust me.
Do you know what we're gonna do, Dad? At one point, I thought we was gonna do this in one video, but I think we need to do this in a part 2.
Okay.
So what we're gonna do is end it here, because this has been really important, having this conversation, not only just on a personal level, you know, as a black man giving the statistics, but as my father, I didn't know a lot of this.
Okay.
So I think we're gonna end this one here, and then what we're gonna do a part 2, talking about some of those moments and side effects that you just mentioned, okay?
Okay.
But once again, Dad, thank you for doing this.
Well, doing it is encouraging you guys, my sons, my friends, my family,
Black men,
anybody,
everybody. Yeah,
anybody,
men in
my
general.
friends, everybody. The first thing I say to them, please go and get yourself checked. We as black men, especially people like myself from Jamaica, you have a notion that when you go to have your prostate check, the way they used to do the check, right? It doesn't happen like that anymore. All it consists of is a blood test. So you go and have the blood test and know where you stand, because that blood test could save your life.
Yeah.